Good evening, everyone. If you don't know, you should know. My name is Rameez and I am a filmmaker and a film critic. And today's film is 2004's The Manchurian Candidate, one of my favorite films.
You don't think they factored you in?
Hello, Captain. Do you remember me?
The Manchurian Candidate of 2004 is a remake of another film with the same name. The original film was also adapted from a novel, I believe. This film stars Denzel Washington, Liev Schreiber, and Meryl Streep. The film zeroes in on two of our main characters, Major Bennett Marco, played by Denzel Washington, and Congressman Shaw, played by Liev Schreiber. They are both war heroes. They were both in the Gulf War in 1991. During an attack, however, they are ferried away to a remote island where they are brainwashed. And it's not necessarily subtle. It isn't wholly unrealistic either. The brainwashing is used as a precursor and not as a twist. The story here isn't necessarily about the brainwashing. The brainwashing is used as an inciting incident to the whole story. The story is about media control, corporate greed, and the pay-to-play schemes that these massive corporations and politicians use. One particular reason I enjoy the film is because of the current presidential campaign we just witnessed. It's surreal as to how many backstory elements of Meryl Streep's character resembled Hillary Clinton's character. The film also explores the power struggle between political power and corporations. Who holds more power? Presidents only get paid $400,000 a year. Corporations clear that in a day. Those two things are interchangeable, however. What do politicians crave? More money. What do corporations crave? More power. The brainwashing in the film is done by a major corporation named Manchurian Global. What's their goal? To have a puppet in the White House. The brainwashing doesn't only take effect on both of our main characters, but everyone surrounding the world as well, through mainstream news media, and there are many shots providing that context. Again, let's look back at this year's election cycle and how the media controls narratives. Did you ever see a single positive report on mainstream media about Donald Trump? The controlling of populace through the news media is a very real thing. This film looks very interesting as well. The feelings of paranoia are conveyed throughout the film through multiple characters. What Jonathan Demme, the director of this film, does in tandem with his cinematographer, what they do is they stick the camera on a wide angle and right in front of the actor. It's an extreme close-up point of view shot. It is very effective and it almost feels as if the character looking right at the lens is speaking to you. Denzel Washington is a special actor, and the special thing about him is how real he makes his performance feel. It's weird, if anyone else were to do the stuff he does, it would come off as overacting, but when Denzel Washington does it, it doesn't. Like that moment in Training Day in the very beginning when he yells, "Boom!" Anyone else doing that would come off as a bit over the top, but Denzel, it's normal. Moments like those are found in this film in a much higher quantity, yet it never seems out of place. His paranoia never seems out of place. His eyes do a lot of work, and as I said earlier, the cinematography helps get his message much easier. The script also gets that idea much more easily. The character writing on Major Marco is fantastic and organic. I mean, think about it. If you're a brainwashed patient, what's the first thing you're going to tell yourself? Oh, I'm not brainwashed. Major Marco does do that in this film. The supporting actors in Meryl Streep and Liev Schreiber are fantastic as well. Liev Schreiber especially, this guy should be getting more high-profile work. It also builds the parallels really well between our hero and the puppet in Major Marco and Congressman Shaw through the editing and the writing. In the very beginning, there's a scene where Major Marco is eating cup noodles. Smash cut right to Liev Schreiber sitting in his fantastic apartment, however, as alone as Major Marco, but eating a fancy plate of noodles. The finale as well, when both characters are breaking out of their brainwashing, it always sends chills up my spine when they cut to that shot of Liev Schreiber staring deadpan into the sniper scope, and it transitions slowly into a respectful and tearful goodbye to Major Marco. It's so effective and evocative. The inner conspiracy theorist in me gets terrified at the idea of this film. The inner conspiracy theorist in me also asks questions about everything. Questions such as, how did this film get made? Why in the 12 years since it's been released have I only seen it once on cable TV? What happened to Jonathan Demme? After he made this film, he only made one more film, which I believe was called Rachel Getting Married, and then he disappeared for a while. This is the man who directed The Silence of the Lambs, by the way. Tons of questions about the film as well. As for the film and its content and all its cinema. This is a fantastic film, a masterful film, and I suggest you go see it because I know a lot of people who haven't seen this. 5 out of 5 for The Manchurian Candidate. Thank you so much for watching, people. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that free like button and the free subscribe button as well. But until next time, remember to love yourself.
Tell the folks to